Oh, I just realized I need to get everything set up. I don't have everything set up yet. That's what happens. Tired, sweet tea. Chillin', tea. Lunch, tea. Relaxing, tea. Yes. The northern Montanan has now discovered the wonderful journey of sweet tea, and then he'll have to realize there are different levels of sweet tea. There's carbonated sweet tea. There is double sweet tea. There is even, dare I say, lemon sweet tea. There are so many different levels of sweet tea, you're not quite ready for it. You think you are, Mr. Blue. You think you are, but you are not ready. You do not yet know the difference. I've been a fan of sweet tea since I was like 10, and yet you are not ready. You are not ready. You believe you are. You are not ready. It's been my favorite drink since like 15. See, that's fair. Sweet tea is delicious, especially if made properly. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to let the intro play for a few seconds because I have to finish writing up an email because my vice president emailed me and would like an answer. And I'm not going to leave him hanging in the wind. Peach sweet tea is something I've seen constantly at McDonald's in Florida. Double sweet tea, double sugar. God damn, there's plenty of sugar on it. No, it does not. I never should have started this endeavor. I really never should have. I never... See, it has cost me more time to explain how I'm saving these people with so double sweet tea, double sugar. Yes. Basically, yes. Carbonated sweet tea sounds bad. Lemon tea sounds like it could taste good, but only in very infrequent and specific situations. You're not wrong. Even I'm not a huge sweet tea drinker, but I still like it. It's because everybody that has sweet tea, they have sweet tea with sweetener and not sugar. And I don't always want to make my own sweet tea, so I'm lazy. Too bad double sweet tea is like double strength. Yeah, no, this is new sugar. No,
that work order you submitted is complete.
I like my sweet tea sweet, but I also like it with sugar. And in order to prepare that properly, you need to have freshly made hot sweet tea with the sugar in it. You let it dissolve that way, and then you can get it cold. And people don't bother to do that, so they just they make tea with like a bajillion tea bags, and then like get it cold and then drop the freaking sugar in, so it doesn't actually go anywhere. Sweet tea is so strong that you can't see through. It would be so good. All right, well, let's make some money. This is no. That's pirates. We don't want to fight the pirates. That is also pirates. Let me fight the Oregons. God dang it! How is it the pirates are? God dang it! There's nothing I can do out here. Wait, hold on. Does that say war criminal? Or war council? Okay, sorry. I thought it said war criminal, and I was like, I got excited for a second. Anyway, god dang it. Okay, I need to finish this email for the love of God. Oh, my Lord have mercy. So sorry if I'm gonna be quiet for a second. But yeah, it's this is literally my this is the the guy right below the CFO and a vice president in my company emailed me like at 5 o'clock, and I've been kind of and they've removed my boss from the email chain, and so I'm like, oh good, now my lifeline is gone. I can't just put him back in if the VP got rid of him because he doesn't want to talk to him, which is probably not a good sign for him, which I feel bad for. He's trying his best. And I would say the same thing for me. I'm doing my best, and some days I'm doing it great, other days I'm falling flat on my face going, what happened? Oh. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to ask for you anyone. My color chest, get the following high spirits. There we go. See, nothing actually really matters in this. It doesn't matter at all.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
I have $6 million. That's incredible. I get to waste so much money. Yeah, not yet. Okay. Yeah, I put it in the sugar while it's hot. You usually make it too sweet though, because after it cools, then you're not getting more sugar in it. Correct. So you have to get it right the first time, and if you don't, you have to try and fix it by adding more sugar, which isn't going to taste right. Yeah, sweet tea is an art. But if you use sweetener, it's easy because sweetener is full of a bunch of additives and preservatives. It doesn't work the same way, and it's also full of cancer. Good lord. Good lord. Okay, I gotta put my phone down. My work phone's going nuts. Sweet tea is so sweet. Oh, good lord. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm making a mess. I have had a really weird end of my day. And normally I don't want to talk business too much because it's a pain in the butt and I hate it. But this has been an interesting day. Sweet tea is so smooth and mellow, earthy. I love it. Yeah, no. Sweet tea is like the best thing ever. That's how you know God exists. Sweet tea exists. Alright, let's see. Can we go to the store? Now, what can we buy here? Ammo. Equipment. Rangefinder. 50 meters. Alright. And Southern style biscuits. Ooh, hold on. What kind of Southern style biscuits? You mean like the flaky biscuits? The flaky butter biscuits? The flaky butter biscuits with garlic in them? Like, there's a bunch of different style, Southern style biscuits. That is a very big... You might as well say spaghetti. There's like a bajillion ways to make spaghetti.
And I promise you that our forces are maintaining...
Oh, there she is. There she is, guys. There's my new bed warmer right there. There she is. Oh, yeah. Look, she's got that nice brown cafe au lait look. That nice contrasting white hair. Oh, that haircut, though. That hair, though. We can fix that. Look, I think that's a dude myth. No. The one in the red hair, no.
Won the day through the strength of their courage and the virtue of their purpose.
Wait, dropships have artillery?
We will end.
That's a dude myth. Well, he won't be after I'm done with him.
We will turn our attention back to the expansion of our industry. and
Oof.
the betterment of our people.
Executing people, I like it.
Long live the Taurian Concordat, and
Concordat.
long live the Oregon Directorate.
Also, I tried for when I say southern ones, I mean like the ones that restaurants make. They are real salty and crumbly, but in a chewy way, not a dry way. Oh god, you are going to go full Roman Emperor on him. Oh yeah, she's gonna get the, or sorry, he is gonna get the full Nero experience. And he will soon be a she, whether she likes it or not. Anna Maria, I summoned you here to discuss long-term strategy, but we have a crisis to address. See, I have a story to tell today, and I want to get to this. You see my uncle's broadcast, what Ostergaard did to Lord Carosus, what his soldiers are still doing to the people of Smithen. Smithen! I am honor-bound to ride to their defense. You're talking about my people, lady. I know full well what we're up against. Let's talk about how we're going to win this. Camilla, you've got much bigger things to worry about than Smithen. I won't mince words. Your cause is very nearly lost. I like the KFC biscuits. Oh, those are good too. My favorite biscuits, and I hate to say this because I'm poor white trash. It is the Red Lobster biscuits. The sweet, cheesy biscuits with like a little bit of garlic in them. Is it garlic? No, it's not garlic. It's cheese biscuits with like a little bit of it's some kind of leaf, but I don't know what it is. It's been a long time since I've had them because Geisha won't let me go there anymore. The only reason to go is for the biscuits. Everything else there sucks, but the biscuits are so good. Oh god, they're probably so bad for you too. So long as you don't say Applebee's. No, I go to Applebee's so I can drink half a beer and then watch them pour the rest of it into the carpet. Oh, god dang. With only and they used to have what did I used to get there? See, here's the thing, my family and I used to go to Applebee's all the time. I used to love Applebee's. And I used to get something that had like a cinnamon apple toast. And they had this cinnamon apple jam that to this day I'd say is probably one of my favorite things in the world. And they put it on the toast, and then served you with some other stuff too. It was like a dish that didn't deserve to be in America, but like I loved that when I was a kid. And then like I realized why my parents loved me getting it too is because it was like $4. It was dirt cheap, and I was full and happy by the time we were done. I would be like, I want to go home and nap. I was like, I want to watch TV and go nap on the couch like Granddad. Alright, with only a small fraction of their fleet, the Taurians have you dramatically outgunned. Given the chance, the Iberia alone could break your army in two. You're talking about me? Well, yeah, I know what we're up against. Not through direct confrontation. If you let Ostergaard bait you into attacking him on Smithen, you will die, as will Lady Arano. This isn't hyperbole, Camilla. You will die if you take the field against him, and your restoration will perish with you. What would you counsel me to do, then? Nothing? Would you have me sit on my hands? The Taurian butcher murders the people I've sworn to protect. Well, I can have you sit on something, dear. It doesn't have to be your hands. I would advise you to lead your army wisely and to stay out of the battles you cannot win. Camilla, listen to me. There is still hope, but you won't find it on the battlefield. Yes, in the halls of Congress. That's where you find it, right? Right? The alliance between the Taurians and the Directorate is tenuous, far more so than they would have you believe. Protector Calderon knows what kind of man your uncle is. We could turn allies into enemies if we play our cards right. There we go. I will read chats in a second. His nation is teetering on the brink of war with the Federated Sons, Commander Myth, and for all the Concordats, they got me saying it, Concordats' bravado, we would certainly lose such a conflict. Given the circumstances, is it really so surprising that he'd accept an offer of friendship? If open warfare does erupt, he's going to need all the help he can get. As I said, I am sure that we can turn this situation to our advantage, even as we speak. My agents are digging for information that will open a rift between our enemies, and I am confident that they will find it. But Camilla, none of this will mean anything if you let Ostergaard goad you into a suicidal charge, so I beg you, ignore him. Stay away! Oh, it's like, she can't do that, Lady Control. If you've been here before we liberated the system, if you'd seen the things we've seen, you know better than to ask. I appreciate your advice, Anna Maria, but were I to follow it, the Oregon people would lose faith in me, and they'd be right to do so. I owe it to them to be better than that, and so I will fight, but not in the way that our enemies expect. Tell me what you mean. Ostergaard expects me to deploy my army against his forces on Smithen, to lead from the front as I have in our battles with the Directorate. You've convinced me that this is a risk I cannot take, and so if he expects me to come at him with a hammer, I will use a scalpel instead. I trust your company is up to the task, Hobo. If the price is right, sure, I'll be your scalpel. There you have it, Anna Maria. That's my answer. I won't take the field myself, and I won't redirect my army. What army? I like how she has an army, but she's with a bunch of mercenaries, which tells me she's really, really confident in her army. I want to do myself. I won't redirect my army, but I'll be damned if I let Ostergaard's troops slaughter my people without a fight. Your mercenaries have been one of your key advantages in this war, Camilla. By doing this, you're putting them at grave risk. But if your heart is set on returning to Smithen, I am powerless to stop you. She has a very motherly face. I'm just going to say that right now. Instead, I'll wish you good luck and take my leave. I'll be in touch with my agents no more. But please, Camilla, stay safe. I don't know if I can stabilize the Reach without you. I won't let Ostergaard kill me, Anna Maria. I promise. Yeah, because you'll be up here. Lady Ron's contract to repel the Torian assault on Smithen is ready for review in the command center. We should follow up when you're ready. Alright, so here we have really good Popeyes, and their biscuits are amazing. In Florida, Popeyes kind of sucks, and the city where I am is shit for Popeyes too. I think so. Every place is a bit different, but most of that stuff gets the same sources and everything. What am I doing? Wrong thing. What am I doing? He expects me to come with a hammer, but instead I will come with a sledgehammer. Exactly. I will come with a sledge. Wait, I flew all the way here just to do that, just to go to someplace else. Hold on. All right. Well, we're gonna fight these guys. Hold on. Let's go back out of here. This is 2.5 stars. We're gonna take the money and run. Alright, so we have a Highlander, a Rifleman, an Archer, and a Warhammer. Ah, there we go. A Warhammer. I think she is lying to you guys. She doesn't really have an army, and you are literally all she has. Do you see? That's what I'm thinking. I was like, ma'am, if you have an army, is the army in the room with us right now? Except unironically. Oh, no. Yeah, I've been to a Chick-fil-A a few times, and they do some things better, but I don't go crazy for them. Ugh. Anyway, so now I can get to my story. So recently I helped save my company $12,000 a month. I did that by going and digging through old accounts where he had stuff that was turned on that needed to be turned off. So I didn't turn it off. I just suspended services to a bunch of different things. So it's based on our contract with him, it still stands. We don't pay on it until we unsuspend the service, which is fine. But apparently now, because they had a hand in helping me do that, they're saying, no, we saved you that money. Now, I really don't care who gets the credit. I'm not getting a raise regardless. I don't care. And this is not going to help me. If anything, it's going to put my name in front of people that I do not want my name in front of. So actually, I'm more than willing to let them take as much credit as they want. Because I do not want these people to call me. I do not want them to involve me in their negotiations. I don't want them to talk to me ever again. The fact that I have the VP talking to me directly makes me unhappy. Like, I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to anybody above my rank except for my boss. I know that may seem really, really counterproductive for like growth in the long term, but I'm telling you that whenever your name is in front of a bunch of people, not only do they expect more of you, which is fine, it's that when you fail or when you screw up, it's highlighted, and it can destroy your career. So I'm like, nope. Like, if they want it that bad, let them have it. I don't want you to talk to me. I didn't even want anybody to notice this. If you would do something good and you were worried. Well, I'm not really worried so much as it's going to be, well, they say they did it and you say you did it. And my response to that is like, look, I have other things to do than argue. I have better things to do than argue. And I know that the answer to this is going to be, okay, I say I did it. They say they did it. What is the benefit of me getting the credit? And the answer is all the things I don't want, minus any kind of pay increase, bonus, or anything. Yeah, and they're now going, well, who did this? And I go, I don't care. Like, look, if they say they did it, fine, they did it. If they say I did it, fine, I did it. I don't care. I know what you mean, Myth. You want to ride the wave of mediocrity to retirement. Well, it's not that. Like, I do the very best that I can in my job. Oh, hold on, let me just... This is where that satellite picture showed the hostiles that's touching down. Move up and make contact. Let's see what we're dealing with. Expect serious resistance. Oliveira out. Even if you get rewarded, it's temporary and you're on the hook. Exactly. I don't want people to look at me as the guy that can save them that kind of money all the time. Which is exactly how a company thinks. They think that because you did it once, you'll be able to do it again. And they've already started asking me, literally they already asked, oh, can you be involved in our contract negotiations with this carrier? And I immediately was like, I'm not even going to acknowledge that statement. I am simply going to move on.
On the move.
I do not want to broach that topic. I don't even want to think about it, because as soon as they do, yeah, it's going to be movement in the right direction, quote unquote, for every single, like, business. Gotta love the company, politics, and drama. Yeah, and Mr. Lee, you're right. In this case, this is temporary advancement. It's going to put my name in front of people, and I am not in a position to succeed. Yeah, it's like, the way I kind of see it mentally is that I am putting myself in a position where, yes, I am advancing through the maze, but then I end up in a dead end. And when I end up at that dead end, all I do is I end up basically essentially putting myself in a position where they're going to say, well, you're not being able to do the things that you need to do, therefore, more responsibility, more access, no money. And I will not do that. I will not do that. And so I've got the guy directly under our CFO emailing me. I've got our vice president of IT emailing me. And he already knows my name. He knows me on a first name basis now, and I do not like that. I have actually asked my boss specifically, I don't want to talk to him again. I want to talk to you and no one else. Nobody, I don't care. I appreciate the fact that every time we've talked to him, it's positive. I do not want to speak to him. And it has nothing to do with personality. It has nothing to do with personality. It's nothing personal. It's that I do not feel that my name should ever be put in front of him, ever. Like, you know, shit rolls downhill just like success rolls uphill, right? Yeah, I got abused in my last place. Realized that the cycle through new young people to bring innovation and pay them nothing, then they get rid of them. I see quit while you were ahead. Well, think of it this way, right? It's a military structure, right? When you succeed, your commanding officer succeeds, and your commanding officer gets the blame or the benefit. So I say, look, you can take the credit. You can say that I helped. You can say that I was a part of it. Take the credit. You were involved, right? Because, you know, in some way you were. Much in the same vein that I was involved and they were involved in that same project that I just got done working on. It's nothing mean to say that. And so that way when he goes, okay, no, I know that you're going to do what you're supposed to do. You're going to go through me. You're not going to go behind my back to stab me in the back. It's as much as it is loyalty, as much as it is just common sense. You know, you stick your neck out too far, you're going to get it cut off. And I am not one who enjoys that. I've seen a lot of people put their necks out in a way. And again, I'm not saying it can't be rewarded either. You can do that. You can do that and get rewarded greatly for it, right? Like, there's a lot of opportunity to go from that. But I've always seen what it does. It's very, very rocky. And you have to constantly watch your back. And I hate that. I hate it. I would much rather have... I would much rather show people that I'll take their back and that I have their backs, so that when the day comes, they'll have mine. And usually people that, if you have their back, they will have yours. But you gotta kind of put yourself out there first. That is one thing I will say is kind of the drawback. You have to kind of gauge that person to person. Obviously, not everybody's going to be worthy of that effort. But it is definitely one that is worth making. Because then, when that day comes, like, let's say, I don't know, they're talking about budget cuts, or they're talking about people that may need to be removed, and your name ends up on that list, not because of anything you've done, but because of, it's just you're part of that group. Well, guess what? Your boss is going to go, no, not that guy. Not that guy. I can trust that guy, and he does what he needs to do, and I can trust him. The guy that may be making lots of money, or maybe the guy that's just about as good as you, but does go out of line every now and again, they're going to be the ones that are knocked out. I mostly just like to be seen as reliable to my coworkers and boss, but not someone who innovates for them. See, that's kind of where I sit. I look for things that I can act on, and that's about it. Like, I do audits to try and help cut costs and whatnot, but anyway, the point is, like, I've got now an internal fight over who did what, and I didn't even broadcast this. Somebody else did, and I'm not interested in being involved. I just said, look, here's the scenario. Do with it as you see fit. My boss is the one that gave me the kudos, and I appreciate it. I do. But he knows I don't like being center stage.
Scored a critical hit.
Now, people definitely won't have your back. Honestly, it's just take step by step up the stairs. Don't take the ladder, because people will pull the ladder down in spite. Well, that's the thing. I would like to believe that, Blue, but if you get the right boss, if you have the right people that work with you, they will have your back. And so usually, I've found that if you've got good coworkers and you show that you won't get their back, then they won't get yours.
Okay,
If you got good coworkers and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, they'll have your back.
Orders.
Granted, there are limitations, as in all things. There are always limitations. But, on the whole, I've seen, like, at least in the places that I've worked, most people, if you're going to do the right thing, if you're trying to do the best you can, they're going to have your back. Now, if you royally do something stupid, like, I don't know, let's say that, you know, this is definitely something that I've seen somebody do. If you do something royally retarded, like, I don't know, steal, then no, they're not going to have your back. And that being said, I look at my boss as not someone who I can rely on, but I know that he's gotten my back at least once or twice because it has been in his interest to do so. That's right, I need to back up my rifleman before I lose those autocannons.
Like that.
Nope, no we cannot. So we're going to back you way the hell up. Now, if there is a major issue that I notice, I'll try to intervene, but not much else. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that either. Alright, now let's see. Can we finish off this Phoenix Hawk? Probably not. Let's try. Basically, just provide a function that is 100% needed, expand to that area, and whenever someone wants to step out of that role, then expand more into that role. Eventually, they won't be able to let you go because you're the only person that does that thing. I wish I could, but our company is very segmented and siloed. Oh, it's easy to lose people's confidence if you do something like steal from the company. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's why I'm saying that, like, I try to go out of my way to make sure that, you know, hey, I'm doing everything as much as I can right. If I don't, and this is one of the things that infuriates one of my network team, or a member of my network team, is that if I do something wrong, he genuinely now knows that it's genuinely me not knowing it. And it's true. I don't know if I'm pissing him off. Because there's one day where he's like, Myth, do you realize what the fuck you just done? I was like, no. It's like, what did I just do? He's like, you just freaked me the hell out, and it's only 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, what did I do? And he's like, you unplugged this from the network. And I was like, and? He's like, you can't do that. Myth, you can't do that. It's like, why not? He's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah, like, it's just this. It's fine. What's wrong? He's like, are you retarded or are you just not listening? I was like, are you telling me I can't do that? And he's like, no, I'm telling you can't do that. Okay. I won't do it again, sorry. But now he and I are really good friends. I mean, like, well, see, we're good work friends, I guess. So much so that he wants me on his team, but I'm not necessarily willing to go there yet. Bye-bye, Cicada. Yeah, but I mean, like, kind of even small things. Like, for example, my old company, there was underground services design, and this one dude just fully expanded to that area. Everyone can't stand working with him, but he's still always there. Stop shooting the frickin' rifleman.
You can see daylight through my eyes.
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad. You need a swift kick in the pants, sir. Ew. It's time to push the button and see how many people you can piss off. No, see, I did that. I've done that before too. And that is okay. So if you can do that strategically, it's extremely useful. If you can't, not so much.
This is everything I've got.
If you can strategically set fire to things, you can do a lot of good. If you can't, oh no. Okay, I need to get the rifleman out of here or eject soon.
Back up through my armor, Commander.
Yeah.
Waiting for orders.
Oof. Okay, can I back you up a little bit more? Let's see if I can drop this guy. There we go. They literally threw me at turnkey design so I could be the go-between and hopefully learn it so they could push him out of it. It did not go well, and they were happy with it because for 8 months they didn't have to talk to him, just talk to me. That'll do it. Oh, darn it, Cicada, get down. Don't shoot the rifleman. Fine, shoot the Warhammer. I'm okay with that. You can shoot the Warhammer. That's fine. Now, let's see if I can knock that other leg out. Just don't shoot the rifleman. That's all I care about. Ooh, another rifleman. Or another warhammer.
That got me. Receiving you.
Medium lasers were firing all around. See, they gave me, so I now run an entire region of the company for IT-related things. I run the entirety of our mobility section, which is cell phones, tablets, iPads, or anything like an iPad, mobile hotspots, the whole 9 yards. And I'm also a project manager, so it's like I'm all over the board. And so, again, I already have my name in front of people all the time. I don't like it. I don't want it. I want nothing to do with it half the time. And so the more my name gets in front of these people, the more unhappy I get. But alright, so he was trying to fuck with my head so bad. He was definitely trying to make me look like an idiot by not teaching me properly and saying wrong things, so I didn't know it was right. Well, we'll see. Then what you do in those cases, what you want to do is you want to put yourself in a position where you are updating your current boss,
Solid connection, that one.
or having constant communication with them that's documented, saying, "Hey, you've told me this. I will do this." You know. Do not shoot the rifleman. That's fine. Shoot the archer. I don't care. Document these nuts. See, this is professional development with myth.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, baby. Oh, I can't hit you. Okay, so let's do this. Fire!
Firing everything.
That works.
Fired up. There's work to do.
Alright. Just don't shoot the rifle, but scans them and sends them to coworker. Look, in my workplace, that's maybe back in the day you could get away with that and it'd be really funny, but probably not so much anymore. Okay, now let's see if I can drop you again.
Right, Commander.
Boom! Alright, so that should hopefully get them out of the range of the rifleman. And what's even better is that I got a phone call from somebody else recently saying that I haven't really started investing in my 401k in this company, but I had recently a notice that, or not a notice, I had somebody reached out to me that our 401k group may have had a problem. Yeah, you would probably end up with HR on your ass for sexual misconduct or that sort of shit. Yeah, probably. For good reason, to be fair. Do not send a picture of your testicles or labia or any of that stuff to anyone in a professional environment. It is no bueno. It is not funny. Do not do that. My brother, you know, for all of his faults, does not do that. And he seems to be doing fine. 401k problem is there is no matching. Not 100%, but there is 100% up to a point. God dang it. Go down.
That was a crit.
A wham, 6D.
It's go time.
See, they keep trying to get to the they keep trying to get to the rifleman. They keep trying. So now that puts the warhammer in range of the rifleman.
Firing on target.
Gotcha. Something I learned a long time ago is keep it in your fucking pants at work and with your coworkers. Yeah, no, do not ever. Look, don't ever get involved romantically with a coworker. Do not do it. It is never worth it. I mean, I would even argue, like, if your significant other is wanting to work with you, I would just say, like, just kindly let them down. Like, do not do that. It is not worth the headache. It is not worth the effort. It is going to backfire. Because as soon as you put yourself in a position where you have to, either they have to answer to you, you have to answer to them, or worse, you both answer to the same boss, it just breeds a bunch of problems. And, yeah, no, it just does not do well. Alright, can I knock you right in the frickin' chest? Whatever, fine. Yeah, no, I keep getting told that it's becoming industry standard to switch companies every 2 to 3 years, and it's looking like it's because they don't give pay increases. After 3 years, the inflation is burying you. You're not wrong. Nobody wants to pay the extra money, and so what they do is they end up saying we want the experience, but we don't want to pay for it. And so what they end up eventually having to do is pay for it through other means. And yeah, you're not wrong about that. So I'm now really worried about trying to do government stocks or 401k. Well, you can still roll your 401k in other places. So just because you have your 401k in one place doesn't mean you can't have it managed by somebody else. So don't worry about that too much. So, not government. I don't know what you mean now. Now I'm confused.
Got it.
Company stocks, okay.
Enemy down.
Well, think of it this way. So if your company, okay, so let's do this. So if your company offers you, let's look at this. Let's say every quarter you can do a buy-in program for stocks, and they offer you, like, let's say just on average that whatever the going rate is at the end of the quarter, let's say they offer you a 5% discount, right? No matter what you do, when somebody offers you something below market value, especially that, even if it hurts, take it. Always take it. The reason being is because that account follows you, right? So let's say that you spend 2-3 years at a company, but you're constantly putting 5% of your paycheck into stock. And let's say that, if their stock is like horrendously expensive, then, maybe that doesn't work. But still put money into it because you're still getting free money. It's free money, right? Even if you won't realize it until much, much later, that little bit of money that you put in right now, 10 years down the road is way more, right? Because already you're starting off at a 5% advantage, which, again, on a small scale, doesn't help you. On a large scale, it can help you a lot. So as an example, when I first worked for Company Redacted, they offered us 15% below the quarter rate for the quarter. So whatever the lowest point was for the quarter, we got 15% below. So they would literally wait for the stock to hit the lowest. They would mark that number, and whatever that number was, they would give you a 15% discount. So no matter what, I am making money on that deal. Doesn't matter. So even if it's just falling and it's only falling, I'm still making money. Unless it falls below the 15% threshold, which is still unheard of, which is still a good deal. I'm at that point I'm just breaking even, right? So there's lots of stuff you can do with your companies, like if they offer it. So if they offer you a stock, even if it's not a company you plan to be with, if it's still a discount, take it. Always take it. It's an investment for the future. It is, and better yet, if that stock pays dividends, the more reason to do it. Because if you still get that discount, it's still good. Now, granted, they wouldn't let you dump every single penny you had into it, but you could dump in like a pretty good chunk of change. Like you could go up to like half of your paycheck into company stock. I think even more. Myth's talking about investing in the future when the country will be on fire by the time he retires. Who says I'm retiring here? I'm just asking the question. I never said where I was retiring. But also 401k, retiring anywhere. Well, that's true. My retirement will probably be in the form of Form 9mm. Like, one day I'll be sitting on my porch with my pump action shotgun and be like, oh, that's right. I remember the days we used to play Game Boy. And like, all right, Grandpa, let's take you out to pasture. Unless you're investing in only foreign companies, you're going to be boned. I don't think foreign companies are going to do much better, dude. This got dark. Yeah, I know, right? Thanks, man. But look, I didn't intend on doing like professional development and investment ideas. Now, granted, of course, everything is up to negotiation, right? I mean, obviously, don't be stupid. If you, I think ours was like 3% of annual salary match. Then there was also the TFRRA, which matched up to 4% annual, and like an after-tax RRA with the match like 5% annual. I think but I mean, it'll be worse when we start looking like Venezuela. We won't know when we start looking like Venezuela because Americans have no idea what Venezuela looks like. So there is that. God dang it. But no, I mean, I think that, look, if you're banking on everything going to shit, then you should be banking on that. Like, you know, actually stick to it. If you're banking on things going well, bank on it, even if it's dumb. When the currency is worth more as art supplies than actual money, we'll know. Now, here is retirement plan number 1. Go to the casino, bet your entire salary into roulette. Remember, 90% of all gamblers quit before they win big. Or retirement plan number 2, invest only in lotto tickets so that you win big as well. Retirement plan number 3, after winning the lotto, go to the casino and bet it all on roulette. I like Jared's plan. Jared's got a great retirement plan, but I don't ever plan to actually retire. So you can double like 12% of your annual income. You can, all right, to an extent. But like, also another good thing, real men bet on craps when someone is on a hot streak. Oh yeah, no, you should definitely do that. Go for it. But the stocks could not be touched for like 2 years, and the RA stuff is only for retirement. Don't forget, let it ride. Always let it ride, of course. Look, when you're on a hot streak, don't just walk away. Quitters do that. Don't just walk away. But I would recommend everybody, and I don't do this anymore, but talk to a financial advisor. A lot of companies offer financial advisors for retirement or just in general, just overall investment strategies. Whether it be long-term growth, short-term growth, like you have options. Take advantage of this. It's a pain in the ass to talk to them, yes. And in some cases, the company will pay them for you to help you. Not every company, obviously, depends on the size of the company and where you are, and but a lot of companies do that, especially big companies, like the big popular ones. Oh, absolutely, they will. It is some of the, yeah. I get what you have on a higher chance of winning on craps, but I normally somehow get fucked on craps. The problem is that our year fucking rent was like 55 or 65% wage this year. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, no, Canada, Northern Montana is, Northern Montana's screwed. Also, don't forget to pregame and get drunk as humanly possible before gambling. See, Jared's retirement plan, I like Jared's retirement plan. Jared's retirement plan is, I don't give a crap. You know, see, like I've told somebody at work before, if I ever win the lottery, no one will ever know, but there will be signs. And the first one will be that I will live like a freaking peasant. I will actually live more poorly than I do now. Because I'm like, okay, trailer, we're going to get a trailer in the middle of the desert, right? Just trust Wesley Snipes for gambling advice. That's how you win. I mean, sure. I mean, it worked out for him in everything. I realized I don't have like an actual brawler mech to go forward, so... Always bet on black. Always bet on black.
Acknowledged.
I thought this first sign for you would be you have a pimping cane. I might get a pimp chalice though. There is a possibility that a pimp chalice is not off the table. Let's put it that way. Yeah, typical income $2,500, typical rent $1,300. Yeah, bro, bet on that green. It will give you a shitload more.
Yes, Commander.
See, I don't know. Okay, so the only thing I can think of that would cause rent to go that high in Canada is that the economy is doing that poorly, and or they are passing a bunch of freaking regulations that do it. Aside from that, I don't know what else could be causing that much of a... Like, I don't know what's causing y'all's
Moving out.
financial crisis over there. It's weird. I don't know what's going on over there. Because I know that in my area, they're trying their best to make this as painful as possible for lots of people. I know that, like, home insurance is going to go skyrocketing the next year. Or more taxes being moved towards welfare programs. That'll do it. Whoa, that was a weird little noise. I'm receiving word from the convoy. You've secured the area around their position, and they are making their way towards the extraction point now. Keep them alive. Keep in mind that the convoy will try to stay near you for protection. Continue advancing to get them to the extraction point. Alright, so we gotta blow some stuff up. And that's $1,400 for a single bedroom apartment. You're allowed to have an apartment in Canada? That's crazy. $2,100 for a townhouse. Jeez. Yeah, it's like all these. Look, all the European nations and like their subsidiaries. I call them subsidiaries. They're Commonwealth.
Location confirmed.
I have no idea what the hell y'all are thinking. Like, y'all separated from England for a reason. Why did you keep all the crap that goes with it?
Coordinates received.
Like, America decided no, screw you people, and we went our own way. Which, yeah, per month, good lord. But at least that part made sense. But I don't know. I don't know what New Zealand, Australia, y'all kept all that stuff. That's what peaceful separation looked like. It was nothing but a freaking pain in the butt for you guys. It's done nothing but hinder you. And all the quote-unquote greedy capitalists, they're making money hand over fist, while y'all people pretend like all the stuff that y'all care about matters. But then we kind of ended up back with the British again. Well, of course you did. Look, nobody gives up their empire completely unless there's some reason for it, and I guarantee you it's not out of the goodness of their hearts. Like, nobody voluntarily gives up power unless they are ideologically driven, which is rare, or because there's no longer a need for it. They've got some other kind of control or power play in store. If you always bet in that direction, you're almost never going to lose. Not saying you never will. There are people like that out there. I mean, I would like to believe that I'm one of them. Where if somebody says, "Hey, Myth, you get to be king for like the rest of your life," and I go, "Fantastic! My first act as king is to abolish the kingdom because I can't be bothered with this." Well, Myth, I always bet on green. Exactly. All right, so where are the bad guys? I'm waiting for the penny to drop, and it's got to be somewhere close. I'm waiting for like all the mechs to just show up. Oh, there we go.
We've got an unknown on sensors.
Oh, thank God, he's in the water, which means he's gonna blow him out of the water in a second. I'm gonna play Battleship in a second. You sunk my battleship. Yeah, and they also obviously were fucking us because they were saying that the billing week started on Saturdays, so you could do a 10 to 8 hour days in a row and not get paid a single hour of overtime. See, smart move. But then again, I don't even think overtime should exist. You should just get paid your normal rate anyway. See, I'm a greedy capitalist. I'm like, no. Like overtime, no. That's just something we made up to get people to not work as much.
What can I do?
Don't get me wrong, I benefit from that. However, I'm also not stupid enough to believe that, like, well, if they tax you more on it, so they tax you more for the money that you make. Why?
What's up, boss?
I thought the whole point of it was to get you to not work. Well, that's a good way to do it.
Roger that.
I like this one joke. So Caesar was given the dictatorship for like another 10 years or something, and his first act was adding more days to the calendar, albeit this was to fix the calendar. So he actually did not fix the calendar, he broke the calendar. The Julian calendar, along with one other calendar that was done beforehand, broke the calendar. You can actually split up all the days correctly and make every month the exact same. But we don't do that because reasons. What the hell is that? Oh, it's an Orion. I was like, why does the back look all weird? What the hell is this?
Good to go.
Let's see if I can get lucky.
Firing everything I've got.
Nope. But yeah, I think we can even calculate for leap years where we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Right
But we
here.
just don't do it. It would require us to completely rework our calendar,
Here
though.
you go.
Yeah, we have extra months because of Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. Yep. Well, I mean, you know, they were really important people. Just ask them. Overtime is to prevent overworking assets. It's documented that after 8 hours there is efficiency losses, and after 10 and 12 hours the losses are huge. Same with over 40 hours a week. I'm not arguing that. My argument is that if you are going to... Okay, so if the purpose of overtime is to get you to not work, the people that want to work more will work more, but they're going to tax you more on that work. So essentially you are... Maybe you're getting, what is it, time and a half? But in reality, you're getting like... maybe a 5% increase for the extra work. So it's actually disincentivized to work more than 40 hours a week. It's not a matter of efficiency, it's a matter of taxation. Have I blown your mind? Oh, see, this is for ballistic and energy damage. Okay, hold on.
Waiting for
Dicker! Dicker, I need you to shoot this man in the face, Dicker! Dicker!
firing a full salvo.
Bonk. Just have a little lie down. You're alright. What do you mean getting taxed more? Taxing doesn't change depending on if it's overtime. Well, okay, take it back. In America, that's what it is. In Canada, I don't know.
Waiting
But
on you,
in
Commander.
America, your tax rate doesn't technically change. But
way.
your actual salary changes, and therefore it taxes you more. So when you work 8 hours, you are taxed at a specific rate. So in reality, you are at a think of it this way: if you're taxed at 10%, that means 10% of your time is always going to be for the government. You are not making anything. It is strictly you are working for the government. You're there to pay off your bill to the government. The rest of the 90% of the time, you are working for yourself and for your employer. Once you hit overtime, you're no longer paying 10%. You're paying like 15 or 20%. But only on the dollars you make above the 40 hours. So they're only charging you for the time and a half. They charge you more for working more. Isn't it? All this talk of taxes is reminding me of the Fallout New Vegas, the taxmonger NCR President Kimball. The government needs to die in a fire thieving assets. See, I'm not arguing that either. I'm not even trying to be political. I'm just telling you this is how this works on an actual scale.
Yeah, critical hit.
And yes, it does work based off time, right? Because if you are taxed at a specific rate, whether that rate be 10%, 15%, 20%, you are losing that kind of money. Nope, taxes are based on tax brackets by the total at the end of the year. Yes. How many hours do you work a week? So if you're working 80 hours a week, then that number changes. But if you're, okay, let me put it this way. If you're working salary, it's different, right? If it's working salary, you can work 80 hours as you want to. You're only going to get paid the same. If you are working a wage job where you're being paid per hour, it's different. Oh my god. I fully recognize everyone is stealing my time. Government boss, mouth breathers, etc. See, Falker's onto me. He realizes that I am breathing through my mouth right now because my nose is all stuffy. I don't appreciate that. Myth. Yes, Jared. Gotcha.
Warriors, it's go time.
Those tax brackets, the amount of hours worked, the efficiency gained, most businesses are going to be calculating your work with that. Technically, I'm already out of money because of Amazon. Myth, why are you stealing Falker's time? Well, he just leaves it on the table. I don't know what else I mean, he's not using it. He's not going to use it. He doesn't need it. I'm redistributing his time. Because Myth is a greedy asshole. You're not entirely wrong. I am greedy. You are 100% you are 100% right. He even wants to take two of my evening weeks now to play BG3. He could always say no. I never told him he had to join. This is completely voluntary in theory.
Roger.
That's the best part. In theory, this is voluntary, much in the same way that somebody who gets a specific little shot, it's all voluntary. Yeah, I bought a new gun and it was pricey, and I still need to buy more ammo, but it's expensive for some of my guns. He was whining really hard, and I could take the tears of it more. It's like, fucker, man, please!
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
Please play the game where you have to fuck the bear. That's now how I choose to... That's my headcanon for how that works. Let's see, Orion. Oh, that left arm's gone. Speaking of the new California Republic, can we talk about the last episode of Fallout? Because holy crap, I was willing to put up with the Brotherhood of Steel. I was willing to put up with the lore changes for the ghouls. I was willing to put up with the ghoul himself and the little things there. I was willing to put up with so much, and holy crap, that last episode, I kept just sinking in my chair going, no,
Waiting for orders.
no. Oh my god. That last episode.
Take this.
It is impressive how much damage one episode can do. And I'm not gonna piss and moan about a lot of the stuff that I've actually watched other people's opinions on it, and I think that some people are going a little bit too far over the edge. There's some people that freaked out over the fact that the ghouls lore changed, and I was like, yeah, that's not how it works. It's not terrible. I don't like it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But it's not. To me, it's not the end of the world, right? I don't like some of the lore changes they made to the ghouls or the Brotherhood of Steel. The it'd be long for the first episode. Well, the thing is, the 8th episode breaks the first episode. So with the 8th episode, the first episode doesn't make sense. That means the whole thing doesn't make sense. My point is that overtime doesn't hurt you. If your argument is that companies won't give you more hours, then if overtime was gone, it would be the norm for everyone to work 60 hours, even if you don't want to, because companies would force you to take more hours so they could pay for less employees, benefits, etc. And even if you're working 60 hours, once you got into a higher tax bracket, then you'd be working more hours to get the same amount of pay, and then the pay would be getting taxed at the same rate. Except for history doesn't show that.
Good to go.
So, basically, it's much like the same argument that back in the day we would have children working in factories, and there was a time where that was true. However, it was less and less true as the Industrial Revolution went on. As a matter of fact, children, before any regulation, were already being phased out of factories. It was only after it was already accepted that it was being moved, or that there was a law put in place. I forget all the details, but there's a big old thing we had to do with it in one of my college courses, where basically the argument was, no, the government fixed this, and my response was no, because every single piece of documentation says the government didn't fix it, the government jumped on it after the fact. Benefits are also that way. Benefits were never mandated. It was only after they were mandated that everybody, did them, of course, but not everybody could afford them. Now they're standard. But I would hardly call those things like they're not going to withhold them from you. It also means that you have a more free market, but that's a whole other story. Because 2020, that's pretty good bulk pricing. Yeah, I need to get used to buying those from ammo websites. Yeah, ammo's not cheap. I need to get some more ammo for alleged things that I may or may not have. I'm not saying everything can be perfect, obviously. But I'm just saying I'd prefer that over what we have. Oh, gone! Oh, good shot. Did I hit both those legs? Oh no, I just critted him, that's all I did. Very good. Very good. Quick draw, you're about to get shot in the back by something very nasty. Anyway, so, like, 45 Colt is hard to come by. Oh, hold on. Long Colt or just 45 ACP? I don't think I've seen 45 Long Colt in a store. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a 45 Long Colt.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
Or whatever. It's like, yeah, I've never seen that in a store. I don't think I've ever seen that. Because 45 ACP is everywhere.
Yes, Commander.
But not Long Colt. I've never seen that anywhere.
Coordinates received.
Fire!
Roger that.
I need to get more medium pulse lasers. God dang it. I have a Henry rifle that takes it. Oh, that's nice. Oh, okay, dude. Okay. Firearm technology peaked a long time ago, and I cannot remember the rifle for it. But there is a lever action rifle where when you unlock it, when you open the tray, it's just a tray, and you just throw bullets into it. That's it. You just throw bullets into it. It's like it takes like 6 or 7 shots, and you just slide it in. And as you slide it in, it then pushes the rounds where they need to go. Oh my god! I wish I had that rifle. That way, like, reloading is just turn it sideways, open the breech, slide it out, drop bullets in, slide it in, close breech, boom, done. And I'm like, this is like, I mean, how do you have a worse loading mechanism than just toss bullet into tray? like, what is better than that? It's an old lever action rifle. I cannot remember what it's called.
Waiting on you, Commander.
America had some really good ideas back in the day.
Firing on target.
Yeah. Anyway, but no. So let's go back to Fallout, because this I don't want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about work anymore, because I can talk to you about something else. I don't want to talk about work anymore. Work sucks. Work sucks. I know. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Hey man, carry me on. Da 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 da. But no. Okay. So, has any... look, if you're not talking and you haven't seen the whole Fallout series yet, or ever intend to, all right, hold on. We'll finish this with Blue. Oh, god dang it, Blue. Now I can't, oh, god dang it. Now I can't read it. Hold on. Son of a biscuit. It's gone! Hold on, I gotta pull up my iPad now. The problem is that nowadays companies are already trying to slim their workforce so they pay less benefits. That's because benefits eat up so much. Like, you have to realize, like, those benefits eat up so much. And a lot of that is because of regulation. Like, it won't even... Let's not go there anywhere yet. Like, and I don't mean to be like, oh, the government... No, it's true. Like, imagine... Okay, so there's a company where their whole shtick is, we don't pay benefits, there is no retirement, there is no this. They don't even offer healthcare, they don't offer anything. Their lowest paying job is over $100,000 a year. And they do grade you on your performance. Like, it is a performance-based job. It's very high intensity. But they come out straight up and say, we are not paying for any of this. Right? But they pay you a very good paycheck. It's over 100. That is their entry-level job with almost no experience. Well, that same job everywhere else pays like $30,000 to $40,000. So how can they afford to do that? And the answer is the other $70,000 is going to your benefits. It's paying that benefits. Also, yeah, healthcare shit is so scammy. Good old insurance. Well, but that's the problem. When you have so many people that have bought into it, there's so many different industries that rely on it that the actual purchaser of that do not experience the cost of that, which makes that price go up. And that's the problem. That's one of the problems. And the answer is, yeah, the insurance market. It's not insurance itself, it's the actual market, and the fact that you've got a lot of, you got people that are lobbying to get special treatment and things like that. The more you have those benefits that are mandated, the greater those benefits must be. Yeah, it's going to cost you more money, and you have to make up that much more money in order to pay that. And so, yeah, it sounds good on paper to say, hey, let's go ahead and make all these things free, or let's make them cheaper, or let's mandate that you must pay at this specific rate. But all it does is just, it harms individuals. That's all it does. If the free market isn't doing that, it's because it's not viable. Now, it may not be viable for everybody. So, for instance, let's just take Microsoft, right? Not everybody can pay all their employees the way that Microsoft does theirs. That doesn't mean that every company that doesn't do it is evil or incapable or bad. It may just mean that they don't have the money that Microsoft has, and pretending that that is a sin or an evil is very stupid. If you can't pay $20 an hour, you shouldn't be hiring anybody. And it's like, well, what if I'm a startup company and I can't afford that? Does that make me evil all of a sudden? No, it just means you don't have that kind of money. It's okay. And you pay what you can. Meanwhile, maybe somebody who's just now starting out can get a job there, maybe not making a whole lot of money, but some money, and you're making sure that they can't get that job because that person can't hire anybody now, not legally. And the answer to that is, well, but if you don't mandate it, nobody's going to pay you good money, and that's not true either. I guarantee you that's not true. You just have to actually know that, hey, if you make your money, you walk away and you say, hey, look, I learned from this job, let's go to the next one. Almost like you move jobs every 2 to 3 years, kind of like what we do now. And if they want you to stay, they'll pay you more. And if they don't, they'll do what my last job did and say, sorry, we can't afford that, bye. And that's okay. Insurance is a scam, I swear. In many cases, insurance is a scam. Hospitals, for example, write off tons of the cost they set. All the tens of thousands of dollars they write off per service all goes to the massive tax break, so hospitals never pay taxes. So they set a Band-Aid to $200, then insurance covers $30. The patient pays $10, and they get a tax break of $70.
I hear
You are talking now about tax codes, which is something that is a bit more convoluted in my knowledge. I don't know nearly as much of it, but you're not wrong. But do you know why they have to do that? Do you think hospitals want to go through all that effort?
Got it.
Let me ask that. The hospitals at the price of $200 also meant 170. No, but let's just keep it simple because the point is the same, right? Tylenol costs you $200, right? Over-the-counter Tylenol costs you $200. Well, the question that everybody asks is that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? And well, so I'd ask you the question: why do you think they do that? Because no company in their right mind would do that willingly, right? You have to pay accountants, you have to pay lawyers, you have to pay all that stuff in order to make that stuff doable. You have to constantly be tracking that stuff, and it's a waste of money. Well, they go through the effort of tracking all those for the tax break. Yeah, but that's because they don't have a choice. So here's a fun fact. I used to work for a hospital. And yes, they did. They did do all that. They didn't do it because they wanted to. They did it because they had people that would come in and they would cheat the system. So people that would come in with insurance, they got, they still got treated that way because they had to make up the cost for those that didn't. Right? And so those that didn't have insurance, they were either forced out of the market because of regulation or anything like that. I mean, and before everybody says, well, they shouldn't be forced out, they have all these different options. No. But 20 years ago, catastrophic insurance and like a few other things was like $200 a month. Now it's over $1,400. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care where you are in the United States. You got fucked by the Affordable Care Act. You could sit there and say, but all these people got help. No, they didn't. Your insurance went up. Everything went up. The only people that it didn't hurt directly were the people that can't even afford it now. So there's no point.
Here we go.
They do this because those that cannot afford insurance will come in and they can't afford to pay any of their bills, and people will just simply come in and walk out on them, and it's increasing in rate. On top of that, you have Medicare and Medicaid. The only insurance I trust is the volcano insurance I was sold. That's good, dude. That's good insurance, man. That's good insurance. Then you have people that come through, and then they purposely come through, and they can't afford any care that they get. And so what do? They eat and run. They don't pay it. And so what do you have to do? They have to eat that cost some other way, so they can't get the cash back. So they have to increase prices for everybody else. They have to increase insurance rates for everybody else, and then they have to actually find a way to write off that loss. So they're not paying taxes on a service they didn't actually get money for. Joe didn't have volcano insurance. You know what happened to him. Didn't he get coughed out of the volcano?
Got it.
And so people think that, like, oh, you have Medicare, Medicaid, and you have things that are kind of filling in these gaps. And in reality, they're not. Not only are they not, Medicare, Medicaid forces hospitals to accept a rate that is so low that they can't make money off of it. So think about it that way, is that, okay, well, if I am forced to pay for a service at a specific rate, and I don't have a choice, well, then why am I going to offer it? I'll offer it as few times as I possibly have to. So, for instance, let's look at it from the standpoint of cancer treatment. Okay, let's say that you are not allowed to profit off cancer treatment. Okay, fine. I can't do that. So let's take it to the next step.
Commander.
If I can't profit off of it, why am I going to do it?
Yep.
And the answer is out of the goodness of your heart. I'll say, well, that doesn't keep the lights on. That doesn't pay the doctors. And so then you have the next step. Well, let's say you get 10 people that come in with cancer treatment, or that need cancer treatment. Well, you're not going to invest in that, so you're not going to actually have a lot of those treatments on hand. You'll have some because you're mandated to have it, maybe, but you're not going to worry about it. You're not going to actually deal with it. You're not going to actually want to offer it. So what do? You just have the bare minimum, and if somebody wants it and you don't have it, suck it up. Sorry, we just don't have it.
What can I do for you?
I mean, there's a couple different things that are like that right now. Biggest one, how about insulin?
Yeah.
Insulin's not exactly... Insulin grows on trees everywhere else, but not in America. Annoying thing as well is I've done design and construction for the government, and government construction contracts are so fat. They aren't competitively priced at all. No, they're not. But that's because you're not supposed to actually be building anything, Mr. Blue. This bull got annexed by Pretoria. It was turned into the state of Ohio. That's right. I need to watch Joe versus the Volcano again. And so yeah, no, and again, I can point all this back to government regulation, almost all of it,
Ready for order.
or the response to it directly. And then you have a really weird fascination with big pharma Big Pharma loves this stuff because they can just keep increasing their prices, and we, the people, really won't... Oh, damn it. Please tell me that's just the PPC. I can replace the PPC. The 80s Tom Hanks movies. Oh, thank God. It's a medium laser and a PPC plus. Okay, I can replace those. Those are easier to replace. I say that like it's not hard. It is, but still. It's easier. No, the Warhammer's not dead. It's just lost an arm. It's fine. Besides, this guy's about to get a face full of laser. Medium laser, we're firing all around. Medium laser, they'll knock you to the ground.
All weapons are go.
But yeah, no, it
When I shoot you, you'll take it.
in Canada actually experiences a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about more than the United States because it's more obvious. The United States is a bit more convoluted, but it's the exact same problem. It's just that y'all guys have the universal healthcare system that everybody had to sue the government over to get out of. But we won't talk about that. I mean, I wanted to talk about Fallout because to me that's interesting. But now I'm talking about professional development and like the intricacies of hospital expenditures, which is fascinating. There's nothing more fascinating than hospital expenditures and balance sheets. Trust me. Companies that get government construction contracts make multiple times as much money than it costs to take the project. Also, with all this stuff, that's all profit off of man hours. So there's no chance for loss. Like, they don't need to pay 4 or 5 times man hour costs as well as allow exorbitant hour submissions.
Good to go.
That is assuming that the government contract is going to actually pay for the job. Which, to be fair, in many cases, at least in the United States, I don't know what it's like in northern Montana there, they don't do that. Universal healthcare is great until you have to see something other than a GP for basic issues.
I'm listening.
You're nicer than I am. I would just say universal healthcare is a scam. It's a bigger scam than what we have in the United States. But you need to remember that Ralph Wiggum from Springfield is Canada's representative at the UN. I know Ralph Wiggum. I don't know anything else. Wow, that blackjack just panic fired. It's absolutely a scam. Missiles! It just makes me laugh when people defend that shit. Look, I'll say this. If you have honest people in an honest environment doing their best across the board, you can have stuff that technically doesn't work on any real scale. The problem is that it doesn't work. It doesn't work because most people, or enough people in a small enough area, someone's going to be dishonest. It's like the argument that I made a long time ago. Communism can work. It can. Absolutely it can. Communes do exist. The problem is that whenever your goal is to make a commune, it won't work. Because the commune itself, if for the sake of commune, doesn't work. A community of people working together will. No social programs survive contact with the enemy. General public. Yeah, no.
Guess I'll give it to him then.
It's night and day for normal construction versus government. The project usually set a price ceiling so consultants and contractors fake numbers to get the ceiling. Of course they do. Everybody, look, they're going to pay it no matter what. Who cares? Man, this blackjack pilot sucks. Not that I'm complaining. Well, this guy's weapons are gone, so I wonder if I should just go up and punch him in the face with the rifleman.
Standing by.
This is for the PPC, you bastard.
Got it.
Now I've got to fix my PPC. Oh, target is eliminated. Sit tight and I'll collect you from where you are right now. Either that or if there's an extra 1,000 hours, they'll put extra people on it just to sit there and farm hours because it's a 5-to-1 profit. Yeah, no, absolutely. You're talking about a scam. You're talking about a Ponzi scheme. Like, look, the Mafia did this in, like, what, the 70s? 60s? That was, like, a big thing where they, you know, the unions had to have certain members whose only job was to just sit there and eat money. And that's how, that's one of the ways they earn money. It's not a bad scam if you can get in on it. Anyway, Fallout. Fallout. I want to talk Fallout because, good God, I'm not gonna have a chance on Baldur's Gate. Alright, so Fokker, the reason why the last episode breaks everything is the fact that they literally admit that the main... Okay, first off, the villain of the show is in fact a misunderstood woman. And I hate that. I hate that so goddamn much. In reality, she's the good guy. Yet, no, she just murdered a bunch of innocent people for no other reason than the fact that she could, and she was angry. Which, again, fine. Second off, it just proves that the NCR are just a bunch of goddamn raiders. I'm getting ready to try a modded to hell Fallout 4 playthrough. Moldaver was no good. No, she was not, but she is considered... They try to paint her as a hero. I had an employer send me out to oversee excavation progress. I just sit in my car for 12 hours per day and drive for 2 to 8 days straight in negative 35 degree weather. Yeah, Northern Canada weather. What do you want? This sounds completely normal to me. You just hate a strong... They tried and failed. Right. That bitch is a piece of shit. No, exactly. But they wanted her to be the... I was just sitting there. I took pictures of progress and stuff, and the employer said, "You're not there to tattletale on them." Yeah, no, they don't want you there to do any of that. Myth 35 is 95. No, negative 35? He said negative 35, not 35. They don't use freedom units. That looks like a tilde. No, it's a negative. I blame their font. Well, they do have that French side of them, so... Well, I was like, what the hell do we want me to do? You're supposed to just sit there and say, "Very good, sir. Very good." Now, let's see. Do we have any other contracts we can kind of bum? That's a 3.5 skull. So that one might be worth getting some money out of and to get some parts out of. Negative 35 Celsius is basically negative 35 degrees Fahrenheit. What's the difference? The answer is not much. Oh, really? Okay, so I can only get 3 pieces that I choose from? That's retarded. Negative 40 is the same. Yeah, worst as I've been is negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit. No, thank you. No, thank you. I would like to not be involved with anything that you just talked about right there. Alright, so really, if I'm only going to get 3, let's just max that out. I really don't care about the rest of it. I'm not getting much anyway. Alright, so we have our Warhammer down. So let's go back to our Black Knight. Apparently, Intern Jamal is now going to fight... No. Intern Jamal gets the Black Knight. Don't blow up my Archer switch. But yeah, so Moldaver is an evil villain who just didn't do nothing except for murder a bunch of innocent people and is portrayed as the villain and the bad guy. But more importantly, the people in that vault should know Moldaver. They know who she is. They know her personally. They worked with her. So to sit there and say, this is the big reveal where we all know each other, how is it that they didn't see her immediately and know who she was? Because to them, they went to sleep before the bombs fell and woke up. Yes, she was Vault-Tec. Her company got bought out by Vault-Tec. And these are all junior executives. They all know who these people are. They know. They know. I guarantee you they know. Yes, but they didn't meet her. And they still know who she... I guarantee you they would know who she was. You are purposely buying up this woman's company so that she does not have any way... Her company got bought, but she didn't work with them. She literally stated in episode 6 or 7 that she works closely with Cooper's wife because her department got bought out. So it would not make sense that they would not know who she was. If I think Barbara was her name. If Barbara knows who she is, I guarantee you the rest of them do because they're all part of the same group. They'd all work together. They'd all work close together, as shown in the show. So it doesn't make sense they wouldn't know, but that's not enough. The fact of the matter is that she comes in there to capture, what's his name, Harry? For what? What was the purpose of capturing Harry? There's literally no motive whatsoever. The motive is I'm angry and I want to hurt you. And that is it. That's it. Oh, let's not even talk about the fact that they made it about, was it her and Lucy's mom were in a relationship, which I thought was really stupid because there was no setup for that. There was no warning for it. It was just, oh, we have to have a gay thing in here, which was very subtle, I'll admit. But that was keyed at the end, which, you know, at first I thought that, you know, he kept her alive, Rose or whatever her name was, just to kind of piss in Harry's eye, but that's not the case.
Location confirmed.
Moving to position.
On top of that,
Confirmed.
let's see, what else we have? Oh, the fact that Vault-Tech launched the missiles didn't make any sense to me either. Oh, also they had Mr. House in the meeting, which, again, didn't make sense either. I'm like, what is going on here? The fact that Vault-Tech, all right, let's just start here. Vault-Tech launching the missiles, and Barbara is on board with it. She wants to make the world safer by nuking the entire planet for her daughter because we have to worry about our profit margins. And by the way, we have to also control the Earth. Also, to make the world safer, we have to destroy it. I mean, it is such ass backwards logic. Sometimes to save the world, you need to kill the world. All right. Name an instance where that's worked. Okay.
Commander, moving out.
Because I guarantee you that's not how it works.
Bandits.
They're as Bud says, oh, the future to the world, or the future, was it the future to the human race is not about progress or anything else. It's about management. And it's such an empty corporate thing to say. It could be like the Enclave, where they want to get rid of the undesirables and take over the world. The Enclave develops that. That's not their goal. The Enclave is an offshoot of the U.S. government and a lot of other people.
Got it.
And so, which, by the way, they didn't even broach the Enclave. But you have Big Mountain, you have all these big groups together, and they're discussing how to essentially run these vaults, which again also doesn't make any sense because these were all done by Vault-Tech. But now you've got Robco, you've got West-Tech, you've got I think Ripcon, you've got all the big names that are now involved with Vault-Tech because they need to shore up their numbers. Why would they need to shore up their numbers if they're going to nuke the planet? What numbers do they need to shore up? Why would you bring them in here? It's a genuine question. Why would you need to bring them in on your investments if you know when you're going to bomb the planet?
I've got a sensor lock.
It's a simple question. And by the way, her whole speech about war never changing makes zero context, or zero sense in context. If I recall, Vault-Tech was controlled by the government as well because they were doing the experiments to help the Enclave.
Yeah.
So I actually can't say for certain on that. And again, I don't mind them changing bits and pieces of the lore, but the part that they did change I didn't like. Vault-Tech was a private company that kind of just did what it wanted to do, and also on top of that did the experiments, right? I don't remember if they were at the behest of the U.S. government, but I don't think they were directly controlled by the Enclave. I think there are vaults that are Enclave bought, so, hey, we'll bite this vault off of you, and it still has Vault-Tech logo and things like that, and we control it. I think there's some of those, but it's not the same thing as them cooperating with other companies. That's the part that kind of makes me go, like, what are you doing?
Now, let's see how you handle this.
I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not like I like Fallout, but I'm not like a lore. I can go through Warhammer lore better than I can do Fallout lore, but I do like Fallout lore.
Good to go.
But there's a lot of stuff that's been a long time since I've looked at it. Let's see if I can knock out. Let's see what can I knock out. Let's take out the easy pickings first.
Give it everything I got.
Let's see what else we got. It just didn't make sense to me. Like, why? Second off, why would Mr. House be involved in that conversation? He is not interested in those things. As a matter of fact, he goes out of his way to make sure that his city of New Vegas is defended from all the missiles. So why would he bother to be involved with all of that? And if I'm not mistaken, one of his one of his points is the fact that he didn't want to be involved in that. I can't remember exactly how he does that, but I know he is aware of it. He's smart enough to be involved with it, but he is not. He's smart enough to be aware of it and see that it's coming, but not involved with it. Well, it could be him trying to defend his interests in Vegas, but in the show, that's not what he does.
This should be good.
And it looks like in New Vegas, it's kind of a derelict city. And by the way, the cold fusion thing, that plot point is completely useless at that point in time. It literally helped no one. She literally helped not a single person, Moldaver, with her invention. Unlimited power is great in a resource war. You're no longer in a resource war. You're in a post-resource war world. Nobody's worried about electricity because all the stuff that it runs off of, if it can be done, it's not hooked up to it. If there's any infrastructure for it, it's been destroyed and decayed. The stuff that's still there, you'd have to go around the entire world and fix.
Commander.
And let's not even broach the idea that, you know, if we were to do that, if we were to do something, or sorry, not if we were to do that, if we were to assume the NCR were the good guys, they've become nothing more than a bunch of bloodthirsty raiders and killers. So they're not the good guys anymore. But in New Vegas, energy is one of the reasons the NCR is interested in Vegas and the Dam. That's because of House. It's all because of House.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
I mean, there's no guarantee that anyone other than Cooper's wife knows who she is in the sense of actually knowing her face as well. Cooper's wife's division bought up every company she worked for. There's no indication that anyone else had looked at her face or once or twice. Hank McClane was Coop's wife's new assistant, and he was the only one who might have actually heard of her, but likely hadn't seen her face much, if at all, and no reason to expect her to still be alive after 200 years.
Orders?
That's true to an extent. Just fast forward to the last couple of episodes.
Enemy down.
I would assume that would be something that's important because you have a massive project that could upset your entire world balance, right?
Got past my armor.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And I get the fact that Vault-Tec is even the argument of the end of the world as a product. Even that I kind of get behind. I was like, yeah, no, I get it. You're selling the fear of the end of the world, not the end of the world, right? You're not selling the idea that you're all going to die. You're selling the idea that, hey, what happens if those bombs fall? Where are you gonna go? It's a good gig. Nothing presented in there gives an indication they would know her. I look at it this way. Moldaver, in her speech, makes it sound like they would have known each other. And at the beginning when he says, oh, I think I know who you are, it kind of, bends towards that.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
It also doesn't make sense that they would not know who the actual... Okay, so here's the next part. And this is the next part that doesn't make sense.
Internals are taking
Vault 31 determines who is going to be the next Vault leader in 32 and 33. Good lord, is my Black Knight ever getting up?
Oh, I'm hit. I'm losing weapon systems.
Yeah, Intern Jamal, you are basically screwed. Yeah, integrity of you is just gone, so just you're out.
Punching out.
He is just sleeping, Myth. Yeah, well, he will be if I don't do something about that. He's gonna definitely be sleeping. It's also in line with Coop not expecting Lucy to be related to Hank. I thought that he did think that. He suspected it heavily.
Confirmed.
I need a Gauss rifle, rifleman.
Let's go!
He wondered, but didn't suspect. When she said McClane, he was like, really, So he was also thinking it has been 200 years. Yeah, but the name is still the same. But so if the answer is that they have a bunch of buds running all the vaults, or running the vaults there, it would make sense that they would know who the other vault leaders are. at least by name.
Waiting for orders.
And at the very minimum, I would assume they would know their face too, but it just wouldn't make sense for the evil cabal that runs the vaults to not know who the other people are, especially since they would all be in on the same game. It just doesn't make sense. He makes the statement towards the end that he had suspicion, but he didn't think she was. I thought it was the other way around. Maybe I'm misremembering it. So, even if he didn't know who she was because they had never met each other, he should know that something was wrong by him not recognizing who the leader of the next vault was. He is in constant communication with Vault 31. The overseer of Vault 31 determines who the actual leaders are of the next vaults. Right? It would make sense that they would all know who the winner is before the actual elections. She discusses splitting up the vaults like fiefdoms, so they may not know what's going on at the other vault collections. Maybe not initially, but I guarantee you, I would imagine they would know during the elections, because they say that they still know what's going on. So when a vault leader dies, the next one takes over, they would know who that person is, because Bud would probably tell them. I mean, outside 31 and 33. Oh no, I'm talking about inside the vault, right? So if we say that Fokker is going to lead Vault 33, I'm going to lead Vault 32, and then all of a sudden, not Fokker shows up, that should be a red flag for me. The map showed like 100 vaults. No, it did, but I'm saying that in Vault 31 through 33, that was a controlled little controlled experiment, right? So
Good to go.
because of that controlled experiment, let's see, can I knock you out now? Yes, I can.
Affirmative.
Harry should know that something is wrong when the new leader shows up and isn't that person. Yeah, Bud managed it, and they knew who was supposed to be running 32 and 33, but they only had simple text messages communicating. True. But again, you should still recognize the name, and since you're part of the same junior executive program, I would imagine that you probably have at least an idea who this person is. I mean, in reality, they showed a lot of cryo chambers in there. It wasn't like horrendously large amounts. And again, you're all part of the same executive program. That you're all part of the same boat. You're all part of the same thing. You'd have had to meet them at some point. The name and the face should at least you should register that at least at some point. Good lord, they will not stop shooting the archer.
Commander.
But it would also make sense that they'd be in communication with Bud, who would let them know that was happening. I think the arrogance of not expecting her to be a factor anymore would potentially push it out of immediate recall. Maybe? But don't think of it as like something's wrong, but think of it as like, wait, what's happening? I don't recognize you. Who are you? In addition to not expecting Multiver to be alive anymore. No, I agree. Okay, yeah, that part I can understand. It's like, hey, you know, they would not expect her to be around anymore. Obviously, that part makes sense.
I'm up.
But something should be, you know, blaring in your head going, wait a minute, I don't know you. And that should have immediately sent the Overseer to a terminal saying, who is the leader of this vault, and why don't I recognize her? And that should be your key indicator. And it would also be weird that they would not know that Vault 32 had been killed. That part didn't make any sense to me either. If they're in constant communication because they're actually coordinating with each other, or at least with Bud, it wouldn't make sense for the entire vault to be dead for 2 years before anybody knew.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Good lord, how much do I have to hit this thing before it goes down?
Commander?
I mean, again, they're all working together to create the perfect society to retake the planet, right? Why would you leave a vault unattended for 2 years? 32 being toast for 2 years was blown out of the water once they revealed the triumvirate being managed from 31.
Copy.
It still doesn't explain why the vault was empty for 2 years and them not knowing that. If it was dead for 2 years, it would have been chalked up as a failed experiment. The Overseer would probably be involved. and they'd probably be informed of that, and then they would probably plan for the next thing. It doesn't explain why they all killed each other, though. No, it does not.
Waiting for orders.
All right, let's just reserve. Let them come to me.
Receiving you.
Reporting.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Copy.
And at least one suicide by toaster on a mana that wouldn't actually work.
Yeah, Commander.
Yeah, I didn't think that would work either. All it would do is just heat up or break the toaster and heat up the fork. I'm not really sure what that was about. But these are the things that pissed me off. You just burn your hand. Well, he burned it long enough to die. And they can see it's a nuclear war occurred, and there are some technical errors after all.
Waiting for orders.
Again, there's a couple there's things like that that kind of bothered me because I was like, this just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. You'd burn your hand, but it likely wouldn't break the toaster. Toasters work by shorting wires in the body to cook the bread. I don't know how a toaster works. I just assume they have inefficient heating coil or inefficient heat dissipation to heat up the coils. That's what I thought, but I don't know. I've never actually taken one apart and looked at it. My Boy Scout training that didn't exist never showed me that.
Here we go.
Go down. The run power through wire loops. Oh, fair enough. I know how the hot dogger works. Well, it's like this, Enclave step. Step 1, survive nuclear war. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, profit. That's basically that's their business model in Fallout. It's like, we don't know how we're gonna make this work, but we're gonna profit handsomely from this. Like, how? By making everything Vault-Tech. And my response is, okay, but who are you competing against? Oh, it's not about that. Which, again, that's fine. In a world where everything is destroyed, money doesn't matter. It's just everything becomes Vault-Tech. Fine. However, the problem still exists, where why are you bringing people in if money doesn't matter at that point? How can you own half of everything and still not have good money? How do you not have money if you own literally everything? Just turn it on and look inside. I mean, maybe. I have a toaster oven, not a toaster. So not only can I toast bread, I can put other stuff in there too. And it takes up more space. You fucking savage. No, I'm a classic person.
Let's get fired up.
Use an actual oven. I have an oven.
I'm ready for
And I use that too, but for toast and stuff I use a toaster oven. That's why it's called a toaster oven.
Got it.
Well, they could get even more power than they would prior to the war because they would dominate the world.
Valid connection.
You're sick. Yes, they could do that, technically. But again, Shady Sands is their competition. Now, that part I understood. The next question I have is, who gave them nuclear weapons? Okay, I don't think that the U.S. government was just nice enough to hand those out, you know. Although, I guess in this case, their issue was that they were puppeting the U.S. government, which also didn't make sense. Why are you worried about profit and long-term survival if you own the government? They have fusion technology. They can build a fusion bomb. Well, yeah, but they fired a nuclear missile. Again, you'd think that somebody would go, wait a minute, you're doing what? You know, that's kind of the point. Myth, this is Fallout. They have nukes just lying around. Like, I swear, I found a mini nuke in elementary school. Now, that is a fair statement. That's fair. That is a very, very fair statement. That would explain the kid not dying from the immediate fallout. Maximus Indiana Jones is his way into the nuclear blast. Yeah, that was actually a reference to a Fallout 4 quest where you find a ghoul child who is trapped in what is it? It's a geez, my brain's starting to fail.
Location confirmed.
He's trapped in a refrigerator. Yeah, I killed him. I actually only found him on my last playthrough, and I didn't really... I think I stopped playing soon after that, because Fallout 4 made me angry.
That's a kill, Commander.
I should probably go back and revisit it because after playing Fallout 76 for even 20 minutes, I stopped playing Fallout in general for a while. And that question is a reference to Indiana Jones. What a terrible reference.
What's up, boss?
Like, just, what a terrible reference.
Hunkering down.
Stop shooting the Highlander. But yeah, they had lots of little references to, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was a terrible movie, and it looks amazing compared to the Dial of Dipshittery. That's terrible. Okay, that's just sad. That's just sad. If it looks good compared to that, I don't want to see the rest of it. I don't know. Goodbye, right leg. I knew thee well.
That's a critical hit.
But no, like the fact that the fact that you have this really weird convoluted like thing where you have this woman who's willing to nuke the world. Her plan is to nuke all of existence for the sake of her daughter, for safety, and I'm just like, that makes absolutely no sense. You can argue with it. You can argue with me all day, every day. That like, oh no, it's because if you can eliminate everybody and you can set up a new world, that it is. No. You nuked the whole world. You're willing to murder literally everybody, including innocent people, so that you feel that your daughter could be safe. Well, how is she going to survive in this world?
Right, Commander.
Is she going to be locked in a vault like you, so is she still a little girl?
Right, Commander.
Is the world she's going to wake up in? Like, you can't be a part of making that world. So, the stuff that she would want and need, that's not there. So what are you trying to make?
Lock in time.
It makes no sense to nuke the world for the sake of your daughter, other than to use her as a political pawn. Which, if that's what you're doing, fine.
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
But even then, at the end, nobody cares about power. Making resources scarce and eliminating all arable land is how you make her safe. That too.
Feeding you.
You don't know what the hell you're doing. Well, look, I'm sure it makes total sense in some weird, in some unrational woman's head. I'm sure it makes total sense. However, in the real world, we go, well, when you nuke and burn all the farms, that's bad. Usually, we consider that to be a step in the wrong direction. It makes sense if you're a literal psychopath. Yeah, pretty much.
Reporting.
I'm sure deep down it makes lots of sense. I just don't know what it is. Now, what if the super mutants decided to make a comeback and restart Unity? Unity. Your delusions have to become pathological at that point, and you should be committed. Yeah, well, she was given a job at a massive company. So, I mean, whatever. I just need them to come to me, because I can't get to them from where I'm standing. And I'm not going to cross the river of death to make that happen. But that was my biggest complaint. I really, once I saw that, I actually got more upset about the other stuff that I'd let go. Unity, when the super mutants wanted to exterminate humanity and turn them all into mutants. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Unity was the Master's Army. So hold on. I have not finished playing Fallout 1. I know some of the lore behind it, but I know of the Master. And I know of like the creepy weird thing that he is, but I've never finished playing Fallout 1. As soon as I'm done playing through everybody's things they've bought me, I'm going to go back to it. I knew of the Master. I knew of. I forgot about Unity. I'd read about it, but I never actually played it. So
Commander.
That's what I'm saying. There's some things that I've not actually experienced yet in the Fallout universe. Because I've played Fallout 3 and I've played Fallout New Vegas and I've played Fallout 4. Myth doesn't finish games. He starts. I used to finish games. I used to. And then I took an arrow to the knee. Actually, I can tell you, the day I stopped finishing video games is all Skyrim's fault. Literally, it's all Skyrim's fault. Because the game broke right at the very end, and I had a 0.1% chance to break it, and that was it. Myth took a geisha to the knee, just like my father. Look, I'm finishing games, okay?
Commander?
I'm sorry. I didn't do it all the time. I apologize. I didn't mean to. I didn't think I was hurting people. I didn't know. Well, where's the two lasers?
All out of AC-5 ordnance.
Are you playing a story mission or side mission? I played 2 story missions, and I think this is a side mission. Just to gain money and stuff. At this rate, we'll have at least 10 years of content. Yeah, see? It's all about the longevity, right? It's all about management. Myth is I fired. Look, I'm just gonna keep shooting this thing. Oh, hey, I have a catapult in my real-life tabletop, Lance. See, well, this catapult is about to die, so hopefully your catapult and this catapult have very little in common. Hopefully. I mean, I don't know. Don't give Myth any ideas. Look, I have a box set that I bought from Catalyst that I kind of regret buying because Catalyst is going weird. He's dying for a pen and paper game, and he already has enough games to finish. Look, just because I'm trying to order the Fallout RPG rulebook, and that it comes with a Tabletop Foundry code, and I get a digital copy of it so I can share it with my friends, doesn't mean I'm trying to make people play games with me, okay? Alright, don't worry about that. Second off, just because I keep asking Fokker to play this game, ironically, my catapult did get scrapped in the most recent game I played. Well, press F in chat for the catapult, I understand. Look, I've never played Battletech on the tabletop, I would love to, but some people are being little bitches, as we like to call them. And I can't do that. I order the food, you cook the food. The customer gets the food. We do that for 40 years, and then we die. Why does that quote sound really familiar? No, I'm thinking of A Bug's Life. The ants pick the food, we take the food, and then we do it next year. You know. In my defense, that Turkino... Alright, so, historical waifus. One, your name is fantastic. Second off, I am relatively new to Battletech. I very solemnly walked here with my hands in my pockets, and Fokker had to drag me into it, and I like it now. But I don't know what a Turkina is, unfortunately. I know that my favorite mech is still the Rifleman and the Warhammer. I like the Marauder, okay, but I like the Rifleman and the Warhammer the best. I've never heard of a Turkina. There's lots of little mechs that I've not heard about. So if I don't know what that is, I apologize. I am still learning. Please be patient. Because, gotcha. A Turkina is a very scary model of heavy class mech. Look, nothing is scarier to me. Oh my god, oh my god. Why? Why would you do this? This is so mean. This is not fair. 95-ton assault what? Okay, I will not lie. The more I learn about Omni-mechs, the more I don't like them. It sounds like a cop-out. It's like, what if we can make a mech that can do everything? They're doing it because fuck you. That's a really good reason, though. It's a very good reason. I mean, I would do that. I just wish that this thing would go down.
Waiting for orders.
Get down, get down. My rifleman's like in the line of fire. Blow that leg off. Just drill into the torso and set off the ammo. I'm trying to hit the leg to knock it down.
Critical hit.
This looks like a bird. Bonk. Mock mock. But yeah, now I gotta look up what a Turkina is, because I have no reference for it. Shouldn't this thing be on fire now? It's a catapult. There's like no heat dissipation.
Waiting for orders.
Now. It's your torso. Yeah, your torso's dead. Just, Marklar. I'm sure that's a word, and I'm sure it means something, but I don't know what a Marklar is.
Taking a critical hit.
Well, it needs to take a bigger critical hit. It's like a king crab, almost with big missile pods for shoulders. I can get behind that.
Firing on target.
It's almost like what was it? My Furban mech. Yeah, Furban mech.
Enemy down.
I like Furban mech idea. A Furby urban mech.
Copy.
You cannot argue with Furban mech.
Fire
I want Furby anything to give you nightmares. No, Furbies are evil and they're the devil.
Oh, what's up, boss?
See, now I gotta ask. Ever heard of a Turby the Turbo? No, I've not heard of Turby the Turbo Irby. Do tell, because this sounds retarded. I want to get a demonologist with a Furby mod. Fuck you. I don't like to curse, but fuck you.
Got it.
For everything that statement was. If they came out with a Furby mod for that game, I'm buying it for you. No, you're not. Because I will reject it. It's an Irby with a jacked as fuck engine and supercharger making like 85 miles per hour. See, I like that. It's kind of like my idea of the the fastback, where you just simply dump an XL engine into it and like get it as fat. Just strip the armor, strip everything, just
Critical hit.
everything into speed. So that way you could just do like a running punch with a hunchback. We made a Locust that topped out at 315 in MechWarrior 5. We did, and before that we did like the Jitter Jenner. Ah, the Jitter Jenner. Now we're talking. Exactly. Speed is all that matters. One small pulse laser, one small laser, one heatsink, speed. I still think Katana Jenner has potential. Just strap a katana to the top of a Jenner and just make it spin around. Oh god, look, this repair bill is going to be awful. Alright. So we do get 3 pieces of salvage. Oh, a Thunderbolt, which is useless to me because they're going to be they have 360-degree torsos. See? So then you're on board. Are there any heat sinks that I actually want? No, there's none. Finding double heat sinks in this universe is like finding a freaking unicorn. Joke's on you, the Draconis Combine already designed a mech with a katana. If you could find a model with a melee slot. If I could find a Jenner with a melee slot, I'd be so happy. Because I want to see the top heavy or like the right or left side heavy Jenner. None of the ones in Modern MechWarrior. I want to say Modern Warrior 5. I don't know why. I never found it. You probably won't, because they're dumb. Look, my ideas are dumb for a reason. I don't encourage people to actually partake of them. Let's see, catapult. This one's got the 2. This is the pulse laser one. All right, let's do this. Now let's just give me the rest. Hopefully, okay. So I got some good stuff in there. Look, if I can have double katana Jenner, where I just like do the Buzz Lightyear karate chops as I run around the battlefield at 300 miles an hour, I'll take it. I don't see anything wrong with this.
That mech you wanted is back on. That mech is.
Do you like LRMs compared to the Catapult C1? The C4 is focused on doing one thing and doing it well. That thing is putting a cloud of missiles in the air with 2 LRM-20 launches. Yeah, I already got that. I already have that in the form of Archer, except Archer better. Now I gotta refit my baby here. My Black Knight seems to have had a bad day. So you had a bad day. You lost all your lasers. You burned up all your heat sinks in the battle. By the way, we all sing here. So, hentai waifus, I apologize, but I'm not really apologizing. Poor intern Jamal. He lived. Intern Jamal lived, which is all that matters. Medium lasers, they're firing all around. Medium lasers, they'll knock you to the ground. The Archer is like a HIMARS that can pummel you to death with its fists. See, that's the thing. Catapult is just a bird with bunny ears, okay? That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a bird-faced bunny ear thing. It's not even a jackalope. It's a bird with a bunny face. Whereas the Catapult is a fat guy that can shoot beer cans at you. $214,000.
Right. I'll get it in the
Archer, repair. Now, I would like to find at least one more component for a... Let's see here. We got time for one more. Let's do one more actual mission here. Fly, 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 giant beer can. Archer is my favorite heavy next to a Marauder. Fun fact, you are technically paying these bills with cell phone minutes. Alright. I'll bite. How? I know that the Comstar controls the C-bills. Aww. Beach Ball, the woman that I picture in my head. Hold on. I'll pace you through the mech bay. So tonight you tell them across the beach ball. She's filling the stock autocannon. Oh yeah, let her keep working at it. Absolutely. You lose one AC. Oh, AC5 plus. Hell yeah. I know the Comstar controls the money because they're the ones that control the C-bill. Therefore, a C-bill. But explain to me how this works.
Job's done, Commander.
How do cell phone minutes play into this? Do they have cell phones in Battletech? I don't even know. Cell phone minutes. I haven't heard about that since like the 90s or the early 2000s. The only people that have cell phone minutes now, I think, are people that probably have burner phones. Comstar controls the Spice Girls, and whoever controls the Spice Girls controls the universe. The Spice Girls must flow. Oh god, that sounds terrible now that I say it out loud. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. The Spice Girls must flow. The Spice Girl melange.
Financial report for you, Commander.
Oh, man. Each C-bill corresponds to about 1 second of communication over the hyperpulse generator network. I didn't know that. She's the 6th Spice Girl. Oh, God. Not yet. Let's go to, like all things. Like all good RPGs, you need to go to the store. Because you never know. Ooh. Ooh. A UAC2. Okay, so by my accounting, I need to buy that. Mine. Baron Epstein controls the planet Arrakis. Oh, God. That's not okay. That's not good. That's not good. You shouldn't do that. Give me a Marauder. God darn it. Melange Spice, Sporty Spice, Posh Spice, Baby Spice, Ginger Spice, Scary Spice. Look, the Spice Girls were, I think, before my time. I could be wrong. Pop culture has never been my thing, even as a kid. I enjoyed Pokemon because I enjoyed the idea of those things. They were mid-90s. Okay, so I was around, but still. Alright, we're going to launch that contract. Also, hentai waifus, I also like to do voices when I'm feeling kind of, what's what I'm looking for? Spunky. So, if you don't like voices, well, sorry. You weren't really around. You should have been like 5. You might be right. I was around physically, maybe, but not mentally. We're going to put Keller Challenge in the Warhammer because I'm scared. Also, Mythio's voice is in his head. Well, I do, but they tell me to do funnies. So Hentai Waifus is definitely a new one. Oh, sorry, not Hentai Waifus. Sorry, Historical Waifus. My bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. It is late for me. Waifu Rangers. Go, go, Waifu Rangers. Do, 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 do. It's all good. It's pretty funny. Look, I'm not saying you have to change your name. I'm just saying it's not a bad idea. Myth had a Freudian slip. Look. There's a reason why Geisha's called Geisha, okay? She puts on the Sailor Moon outfit, she wears the wig, and she has to speak in moon runes to get me off, okay? Oh, man. See, the best part is that she's always asleep when I do this, because I guarantee you that if she heard me say that, she'd scream at me. And I've told her she's free to watch, but she never will. So that's the thing. That's how you do it. You tell her, oh, of course, honey. Of course, baby. You're free to join. Of course, I would love to have you there. And so the answer is, I don't ever want to go there. If you tell her she can't go, she'll want to go. But if you tell her you'd be more than happy for her to show up, she'll never go. Because she doesn't care.
Command interface initiated.
Oh, it's this mission. Son of a bitch. Son of a... Oh, never mind. Alright, so I have the precisely wrong mech makeup. Or I have somebody that does not have very good longevity here. Ooh, okay. The spaceport in front of you is packed to the wall with civilians, most of them refugees from the capital. The Taurians have been targeting them as enemy combatants. I need your help to keep these people safe until we can evac them to safety. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Sorry, sweetie. It's not going to happen. We have 3 of the late Lord Corrosive's dropships en route to assist with the evacuation. The captain of each vessel will call in on approach. Shepard 1 will be heading for docking pad Alpha. Shepard 2 is set for docking pad Charlie. Shepard 3 is heading for pad Bravo. You'll need to keep the enemy's eyes on you. And oh yeah, I did not bring any. I brought heavy hitters, but nothing with longevity except for the Archer and the Highlander. This is not going to go well. Any hostilities you fail to engage will almost certainly target the fuel tanks. If they manage to take one out, the resulting explosion will wipe out everything nearby, dropships, refugees, you name it. You can see a fuel tank's estimated blast radius and right on your screen. So be out of that radius.
Taurians aren't going to make this easy. Protect our ships.
I think if I like sprint somebody up here, it turns the defenses on. I think. I forget. I gotta turn the defenses on somehow. Because I think I have a massive aiming penalty all the way up here.
Commander.
Oh wow, that generator's like right in my face. Good lord. Okay. Let's see. All right, destroy all hostiles.
I hear ya.
Oh, hold on. That last one's a 75%. There we go. That Jenner came to the wrong neighborhood. Well, it came to a neighborhood. I'm not sure it was the wrong one just yet. I mean, I don't have any hitter. Like, you know, they won't be able to focus on the fuel tanks, keep pressuring. Yeah, I'm gonna put on pressure by hitting them with everything I got, absolutely, but it's not gonna be enough. Bruce Jenner? No, it didn't have its dick cut off, and it didn't, you know.
Yes, Commander.
All right, so here's the thing. I don't want to actually hit. I don't want to deal with your evasion. What again? Wait, what? Oh, come on! I just tried to freaking hit you with my little claw there, and you did. No. No. DC, you shouldn't worry about the things that come out of our mouths. It's fine.
What can I do?
Just be worried about the things that you put into yours. You are what you eat. What a weak myth! What a weak myth kick. Look, I didn't take my Benefiber or whatever, or whatever it is like that. I didn't take my protein powder. Wow. Okay, just missed both those shots. That's cool. The problem with hitting me with a bunch of little things is that they outrun me, and therefore I can't hit them no matter what I do. All right, beach ball. Hit this bastard with everything you got.
Here you go.
And how are you, DC?
Scored a critical hit.
Have you seen Fallout the TV show? Wow. You're just shooting your own tower. I love it. Yes, flamethrowers. I like this idea. It doesn't matter how fast you are if everything's on fire. And I wasn't talking about your mouth. Don't care what you were talking about. I just got here. See, you missed all the fun. You missed professional development. You missed autistic screeching. You missed Fallout complaining. Enemy flankers.
Concentrate all fire on those dropships. Take them out, or you'll have Ostergaard to answer to.
That guy sounds gay as hell. No, I haven't. Okay, then I won't spoil it.
Enemy contact.
But yeah, we talked about everything we're going to talk about now. I have lost faith in Hollywood creativity, and originally are just playing good things to watch. Well, I would say that Fallout is okay up until the ending. It's not great. It's not what I would call it to be like a masterpiece.
I
But
take
it's
no pleasure in this, Lady Arano, but we're under orders. You can end this by surrendering to Commodore Ostergaard. Until you do, your people will suffer for you.
this guy sounds like the dude from Arrested Development with like the mustache.
Orders.
I forget his name. Let's see. What are my chances? Does it show my chances to hit? 75% chance. Let's go for it. Come on, Warhammer. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. Typical. Well, again, of the other ones, it's not the word. They ruined Halo's series, so I figured they'd do the same to Fallout. Creators in Hollywood suck. Yeah, not wrong. I mean, like, I was willing to let it pass a bunch of stuff that I didn't like because a lot of other stuff was good. But now with the ending, it just makes it harder for me to kind of let the other stuff pass. All right, let's see if we can just core this guy out right here. These movies and shows need to be made by the fans, real fans. Well, the problem is these people wouldn't know what a fan is if it came and actually kicked them in the teeth. So, yes, Sorsey. What is that? What is that? I don't like it when Falker gets happy. I get mad. No. What is that? What are you happy about? When you're happy, I get unhappy. You're like most things. The ending left, but a bad taste in Myth's mouth. Yep. No incoming. No. I don't know what that is, but I'm not interested in it. Every time you get happy, oh, you found the game I was talking about. Check that league. No, I'm not checking that league at all.
I'm listening.
I refuse. I second that. No. No, why do you people hate me so much? I've done nothing to you. Did I just shoot myself in the face with a Gauss rifle? Halloween came early. No. No, it did not. Myth quality game. No. No. I refuse. Look, I've got enough backlog as it is. And I reserve the right to extend that into Halloween. Looks like meat's back on the menu. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. And he still has not finished Mortuary. He says, yes, I did. Yes, I did. That is a lie.
Advance. For honor, for liberty, and for the Torian conquered it.
Oh my god. Stop. Stop. Yeah, these fast-moving mechs piss me off. You lie. No, there's one whole stream on it. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get both these at once. Yeah, I can't kill you all at once. Or myth lies. I cannot shoot all of you at once. They are all sprinting full speed. Alright, can I shoot you in the chest? The chesticles, if you will. And bots the game for right?
Let's get fired up. There's work to do.
Yeah, he's only injured. He's not dead yet. Come on.
Commander.
Color challenged. Okay, so that guy's dead.
Moving out.
Hit him with everything.
Roger that.
Look, Fokker got one play. He bought Mortuary Assistant. He got one playthrough. I finished the game. That's all that mattered. He got his money's worth. He got his 45 minutes of playing that game.
Here we go.
Boo! No, no boo. I had nightmares on that. Everyone boo this man. No. I had nightmares on night security. I had nightmares on Mortuary Assistant. No thank you. You people try to put me through hell, and that's the gratitude you show him? Yes. The gratitude I show him is, God, why do you hate me?
Yeah.
Then I will refund your game. I don't think you can now. I already have it. It's already in the list. It's already in the lineup. Why would you do that?
Here we go.
No! 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 No, God dang it, no! I refuse. I refuse your generosity. You know, Ron may hate me, but Ron gets me things that are nice. Myth, why would you love me? Because every time I try, you make me angry. Dude, if the payload is secure, get the hell out. There we go. He hits me because he loves me. Exactly. Your bruises are marks of love, sir. Stop.
We've lost
Well,
a dropship.
bye.
Protect the others, or the rest of
Yeah,
the
so
party
you also
will
lost that
be
mech.
dead.
So there's that. So the bruises are love taps. He truly is awful. Isn't he just looking a gift horse in the mouth and refusing your generosity? Yes. Guys, I don't think we're gonna beat this round. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we're gonna beat this one. I didn't quite have the right lineup for this. I think the last time I played this, I had Marauders. This time I can't find anybody who has them. Myth is truly ungrateful for everything I try to do to elevate his streams. No! There's nothing elevating about this. This just makes me sad. Like, I have Resident Evil queued up. Like, I want to play Resident Evil 2. I want to play Resident Evil 4 or the 3. I want to play Resident Evil 1. Y'all like, nah! That's dumb. No, you try to give me the actual shit that will give me nightmares. It is dumb. I wouldn't know. I've never played Resident Evil except for the one that, a handgun. That is some baby shit, man. Well, look. I played Dead Space. That's not baby shit. That's spooky. Up until I get the ultimate cutter. Myth. Yes, do you see? Would you like to say something, sir? Dead Space is for toddlers. I don't think it doesn't kill you, only makes you stronger. Really? Tell that to the guys in Ukraine. Do they feel stronger yet? I don't think so.
This should be good.
Yes. Yes. They're still going to lose, but they're stronger. the only way you can win, or the only way you can lose, if you play, you know.
Commander.
All right, blow up somebody. Blow up the enforcer.
Fire now.
Thank you. As long as I can get away with not.
Warriors, it's go time.
I just need the Orion to not blow up that fuel depot. What you hear is stupid media news. No propaganda. That was at least protected. Alright. Yeah, one more round to protect this thing. Hopefully the Orion doesn't go full ape shit. Don't blow up, don't blow up. Don't. I'm excited for Myth to enjoy my gift. No.
Yes, come on.
I refuse your gift. Absolutely not. Alright, I'm gonna have to just like... Okay, it's a panther. Okay, the panther... Hit the panther. Everything I got. Everything. I will make you play Colonial Marines. I will make you play Aliens Colonial Marines. I will buy it for you. And you will play it with me. And your suffering will be my happiness. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky.
Take this.
Play my gift, buy the game, and I'll play it. No!
You could fry an egg in here.
Yes, you can. I'm not looking forward to that, but please, if I have to, then so be it. I just need this thing to die.
Firing.
Well, at least that's one thing.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Yes. Go down. I thought that was an Orion for a little bit. I don't know why.
I'm starting to cook.
We gotta go balls deep. No, 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 no! Okay, good, okay. I was about to say, this is getting back up. That's not fair. Oof! Cool your jets. No. Fuck, I really think horror games get Smith turned on. Geisha is imaginary. He's where he doesn't have somebody to use that energy on.
Yeah.
No. No, not at all. I don't like horror. I don't like horror. I don't like horror. Oh, it's not. Okay, I have to... I'm in the position to actually shoot this thing, so... Core it out, core it out, core it out, come on. No, come on! There's gotta be nothing left of your armor. Oh man, hey, you got this card all wrong. Works on contingency, no money down. It should be works on contingency. No money down. That is why he has her dressed as Sailor Mars, so she can protect him from the scary Furbies that are going to get him. Yes, you are correct, sir. Yes. Thank God. All right, now I just gotta back up my my mechs a little bit. He has one of those rubber torsos to work with. Oh, what? What is that? What are you talking about? Don't make fun of my real doll collection. All right, let's see. Who's over here? Oh God. Oh God.
Good to go. Affirmative. Commander.
All right, can I shoot you again? I don't want to shut down. She's going to use Mars Flame Sniper to keep the small toys from getting him.
Next one.
Look, Toy Story taught me that sex toys are alive, okay? And if you disagree, you're a bigot. Maybe Geisha is really rubber furry. A rubber fury. That's what he's afraid of. Haha! Die!
Enemy mech destroyed.
I'm listening.
Come on, beach ball. Let's finish this bastard. Your legs looking kind of weak there, son. You got them chicken legs.
Here goes everything. Critical hit, that was.
Dear God, she dresses as a Furby when they are about to have sex to scare Myth. Yeah, that'll scare me away. I'll be like, no. Hit him again. Goodbye.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
I just see this as a bunch of speakers. So he just walks around going, beware me. And then plays like, I don't know, Blink 182.
Heat exceeding recommended level.
I don't know why Blink 182, I just assume that's what he plays. He's a Battlemaster pilot. Who cares?
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Now. Shut it alert. I don't care. Blow that leg up. All that matters. Blow the leg up.
Shutting down.
Gives a new meaning to the term French tickler. Inappropriate. Inappropriate. Uncalled for and inappropriate.
Locking on. Mech destroyed.
Well, that guy's burning. Maybe there's some survivors in there. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you shouldn't have sent 4 mechs to battle an entire freaking lance to protect civilians. This is like Helldivers level logic. Oh, we need to evacuate 100 civilians. All right, who do we send in? 4 random guys that just got on board. That's the last of them. Good job, Commander. If it wasn't for your lance, all those refugees could have died here today. Oh wait, these are refugees? Oh God. Well, just make sure you send them to Italy and France. Your mercenary fought well today, Lady Rano, but know that this has only just begun. None of us can return home until you have been captured. Myth's trying to distract himself from chat. Oh, you better freaking believe it right now. And for every Taurian mech that you destroy, 10 more will rise to take its place. I don't know if the Taurians can do that. Welcome to Gaza, Myth. Oh, God.
Mission successful.
I think that's the other way around. It's like, welcome Gazans to anywhere else. Furbies are only the beginning, Isaac. Oh, God. If there's a mod dude, okay, first off, a Furby necromorph sounds awful. That sounds horrifying. Oh my God. Talk about things I don't want to deal with. Alright, what do we got? Give me that. Give me that. Nothing else is really good in here, so let's see what mechs can we get. A Jenner, Battlemaster, Commando. See, we can sell a Commando and sell a Firestarter. Oh wait, no, Thunderbolt. That's better, Thunderbolt. There we go. I don't know if I'll sell a Thunderbolt. Furbies and mortuaries. Oh God. Oh my God. Dead Space Mother replaces the babies with Furbies. Oh God, no. Oh gee, no. Oh no. Why are you people like this? I've done nothing to you. I've done absolutely nothing to you. At best, I've made you giggle a little bit and make you laugh. I've deserved nothing. Sleep all the night, Myth, evil laugh. Yeah, no. Ooh, wee, ah. You know, as like blades come out of them. The path forward in orbit, Smithen. You've done it, Hobo. You faced off against the Taurian war machine and forced it into retreat. And if they can be driven out of one system, they can be driven from another. Your actions today have restored hope to the Aurigan people, Hobo. Know that, believe it. I'm so fucking excited. No, you're not. You remember all the stupid invention ideas you came up with, Myth? The Furbies are our way of revenging ourselves. Look, pigeon milk was a big seller, all right? Pigeon milk is a thing. The single long phallical teat of the pigeon will be milked. I love finding fun games for Myth. That's the reason, Myth. Do something. Myth, accept my love. It's all love. The old man really rubbed off on you, Hobo. Well, maybe in more ways than one. Those may as well have been his words. I know he'd agree with my sentiment. I'm proud to fight by your side. I hope that you're ready to pay for more of our brand heroism in the near future, Lady Rano. We didn't destroy the Taurians, we only inconvenienced them. The old man rubbed off to you, Hobo. That's exactly what I just read. They attacked Smithen to get to you. There's nothing stopping them from doing it again someplace else. And we'll be ready when they do. Me on the comms and you on the battlefield. Together we will do whatever we must to defend the restoration. I know it, Hobo. And you will know my appreciation when our campaign is done, when I am given a kingdom. Lady Arana, we've received a decoded hyperpulse transmission. Must be a message from Lady Catrilla. Hold on a second, I'll put it on screen. God damn, my voice is shot this late in the evening. I'm still not 100% better. Come here, I have news for you, both good and bad. We'll start with the good. My agents have established, what is that other game like Freddy's, the indoor amusement park or some of that? Why the fuck do you people hate me that much? You're the member of House Gallus, the ruling family of Atrom. They served Espinosa in the early days of the Directorate, but have since fallen into disfavor. Lady Gallus claims to have information that would prove extremely damaging to your uncle, and also provide information for the arrest of Hillary Rodham Clinton. The position her family once held in the Directorate's power structure gives her words weight. Her house's downfall gives her motive. And now the bad news. Lady Gallus has been taken prisoner by the Directorate's occupation force. They have locked her away in her own castle. A gilded cage for imprisoned royalty. We can't reach her again without liberating the system. We'd get her killed if we tried. So there you have it. A path forward. Regrettably, it won't be an easy one, and the Torians will hound you every step of the way. But then, you do have a way of defying my expectations. You always have. Best of luck to you, Lady Arano. I wish you success in the battle ahead. Jeez, it's talking about fingernails on a chalkboard. Yeah, I know. I can't do that voice right now. My voice is still kind of... I don't know if y'all can tell it, but I can definitely tell. My voice is drying out. Ever since the... oh, crap. I didn't mean to pick anything. I didn't even get a chance to read anything. You're damn right we will, Modern. And to hell with anyone who stands in our way. Let's get to it. Everyone, back to your stations. We've got a job to do. Yeah. That surgery from this past year did a number on my voice. Did you say Darius? Hey, man, if I knew all that smoking would eventually kill you. The large laser mounted by most 1B models is nothing to sniff at, but it lacks the close-range compact of the SRAM's rare places. Best to keep those units for long-range flanking and spotting. No, more like sell. Yeah, ever since they carved up one of my vocal cords, I haven't been able to speak the same. Especially when I get sick. Like, I can't hit notes that I used to be able to hit. I can't do the crazy stuff I used to do. It's kind of sad. He never thought he could get throat cancer from pole smoking on the street corners. Yeah, no one warned me about that on the flyers. They just said, this is a good way to make some money. The boombox. Alright, let's see here. I think that is where we're going to call it tonight. I could go further, but my voice isn't going to allow me to do it. I can feel my voice starting to give out. And I don't like talking like this forever. Every word is a scratch upon my throat. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for putting up with me this evening and having fun talking to me. I will see you all again on Wednesday when Fokker will have to force his way through. Maybe gaseous torso is not that thing that's rubber. Ugh. I don't know what that means, but I don't want to find out. Where Fokker will have to, I don't know, be more autistically angry because he misclicks or does something wrong or dies because not Gandalf gets killed all the time. I don't know, but we'll find out. Hear your voice, Smith. Oh, God. So, have a good night, everybody. Take it easy, and I'll see you all again soon.